Hi, I'm Advocate Pratibha Bangera, a lawyer and a trauma healer. Today, I'm not here to make you comfortable. I'm here to ask what kind of society have we become where the only visible place where you can find a transgender is at a traffic signal? Let's talk and unpack the law and the pain and the path forward. In Mumbai, no matter which road you go by or at what time, at every traffic signal, there is a repeating pattern. Two kinds of hands reach to your window, a child's and a transgender's. It's not a coincidence, it's a silent truth we all have learned to ignore by turning our face away. While most of the LGBTQAI community remains in the closet and hidden behind respectable corporate jobs, guarded offices, and WhatsApp chats, transgenders don't have the luxury of invisibility. They are seen, and because they are seen, they are shunned, thrown out of their homes, schools, and jobs, left with no other option but to beg at the red light streets. Between brief moments of eye contact and longer moments of shame, there's a difference, and it's time we speak about it. Today's episode is not about gender identity, it's about social cruelty dressed up as culture, about the families that abandon their own children, and legal systems that say protection but seldom enforces. Let's start where it all began. In the year 1861, the year the British introduced the Section 377 in the Indian law, a colonial relic which criminalized unnatural offenses without even defining what was natural in the first place. This one section, just a few cold words on paper, shattered millions of people for more than 150 years. Fast forward to 1969. A small bar in New York City called Stonewall, when the police raided a bar, queer patrons, many of them trans women of color, said, "No more." That single riot sparked a revolution. In India, the fight began quietly. The NAS Foundation filed a PIL. By 2009, the Delhi High Court struck down the Section 377. But just then, the community dared to breathe. The Supreme Court reiterated it in 2013, calling it matter of parliament. That heartbreak lit the fire. In 2014 came a breaking verdict. Nalsa versus the Union of India, recognizing the transgender person as a third gender. A moment of legal acknowledgement that identity is not up for debate. The real breakthrough came on September 6, 2018. The Supreme Court finally struck down Section 377, and 50 million LGBTQAI cured people were at last free to love. But what do these numbers say? According to 2021 national survey, over 55% of Indians oppose same-sex marriage. Acceptance is legal, but not always social. Even the 2011 census report stated that 4.9 lakh transgender individuals, a number wildly underreported, largely because of the stigma, fear, and invisibility. As a lawyer, I see sometimes family, society, yes, sometimes even the legal system continue to push the queer people into the shadows. I've fought many battles in court: divorce, custody, visitation, and property. But what touches me most is this invisible battle. A trans child denied inheritance, a same sex couple unable to adopt, a client who refuses and is afraid to change the name, not because of fear of paperwork, but because of fear of violence. These are just not legal issues, these are human rights issues. Over 38 countries have legalized same sex marriages, but 68 countries still criminalize homosexuality. In India, the Transgender Persons Protection of Rights Act 2019, while a step forward, has loopholes that deny agency and dignity. It's a law that talks about the community without speaking to them, closing this case off from law to love. So, why does all this matter? Because legal freedom without societal compassion is like being given wings in a room with no doors. As a lawyer, I fight for your right, but as a human being, I fight for your dignity. As a mother to a transgender daughter, I fight because this isn't someone else's story, it's ours. Let's continue to educate, include, and empower. Let's make sure that equality is isn't just in court, but in homes, schools, hospitals, and workplaces, and also in our hearts. This is Advocate Pratibha Bangera signing off from today's episode about truth and transformation. Until next time, stay proud, stay aware, and stay human. As we are talking, people from the community are taking their lives just because they don't feel included. Think about this.